How's it going, guys? Just back here again with some more draft here on MTG Arena today. Not a great hand. Keep it just to keep 7, but gonna need lands. Preferably at least one red land at some point. No, a white land isn't bad. We're not gonna look at Gift Horse in the mouth. We can actually cast something, even if it's not. What we want. The Veil 2. All right, white land number 4. 0. You do flyer. Yeah, be afraid about it. 4 mana, 3/3. I'm casting a Hill Giant. Another land, preferably a red land. I know I've been asking for a bit deck, but if you could please provide, that would be great. It would just be great. Grab another 2/2. If our opponent finds the 4th land, we are probably in a heap of trouble. Yeah. Yeah. 3 colors before we get our 2nd. Shuffler. Shuffler, I don't know what I did to you, but mercy, please. Put it in the tank. They're trying to decide whether or not they should attack and let me take 4, or let me take 4 damage off of them, and if attacking for 2 is worth it. Attacking for 3, though. So let's warp. To the bin. Need lands. I mean, we could have ended up in Mardu. I don't know exactly how viable. Hmm. Yeah, I don't want to lose a creature for no reason. It does mean a Mim will grow, which is no good, but we draw a land. Right. Well, really need that. Okay. Well, 2 for 2. No, actually, it was a 2-for-1. We used 2 cards, but we get to keep one of the cards, whereas we took out 2 of our opponent's cards. Combat math. Why is there combat math in card advantage? It doesn't make any sense. I guess it does, but laterally thinking about Magic is not annoying, but can be. Oh, okay. Block. I will reach land number 6 first. And it will be a red land. Here's land number 7. I need that too. What do I care about? I'm gonna take 6, maybe? I mean, if our opponent's too greedy, they die. Hmm. So now we are the ones who are too greedy. Importantly, we've turned off card advantage for them in black. Problem is if they just free roll a removal spell. Yikes, that does it too. No? Okay. I mean, I should have been dead to rights here. If they put a counter on that, they could have crewed this and it would have had haste. Oh, god, I am dead anyways, because he gave it +1, toughness 1/1, it can't be blocked. GG. We're back for him too. We have 0-1 at the moment. Huh. Quite, oh. Keep. Not that great at draft, but I like to think I'm not terrible. That said, we did not notice a lot of things last game. Like, we were not the pace setter. So hopefully, get a little bit of rust off the shoulders. We can actually perform a little bit better. No spacecraft. Fair. I think we have to take the 1 if we get forced into the question. Yeah. Hmm. The mid-zero. Move a 2/2 flyer. We'll block the 2/3. Let the 1 through and then retaliate with the 2. That's our overarching scheme moving forward, at least in the immediate. Gotta open up the space door. Oh, there's a space door behind me. There's one on this side. There. I would say it's symmetric, that there's some form of parity, but it looks like all the consoles are facing this way. This way. Because you have a person that would be there. The old 4/4/4. Opponent's mana screwed. Like, we're not. Well, they got up to 4. But I feel like they were on the play, so they should be at more lands than that. 4/4 lifelinker. I really want to land now. Hmm. I'm gonna use the lander token, unfortunately. Or do we? Instead of your next turn. Okay, so we do. We're just going to be trying to preserve our life total. No, we are mana screwed. Hmm. Another white land. And we'll get down our guy. Going in for 2. So we have plan A, plan B. I do like the artwork on this. I hadn't picked up a copy of this before, so I'm glad to have a copy of it. But its artwork is very pretty, and I do appreciate that. This one also has really good art. There's some really good artwork from the space theme set. It makes me wonder if, because I'll be one of the first to admit that I did a fair amount of had a fair amount of concern about the overall state of like crossovers and universes beyond and sets that traditionally would fall outside of like the theming of Magic. But as a connoisseur of artwork, like I'd say maybe the Magic artist needed this because boy oh boy did they put out some good work. Like, oh, beautiful, beautiful, magnificent art. I don't know, the Spider-Man stuff is still a little bit goofy. It's a little bit goofy in context of Magic. I thought Final Fantasy would be that way too, but as somebody who's already basically, because it's like JRPG territory that you get your Final Fantasy from, right? And somebody who's always somewhat familiar with that, it did not really strike me as all that strange. An artifact. This will not kill it, though. I kind of lost the card advantage and the mana advantage war. Our Wrath did reset the table a bit, but we're still behind enough that I don't have much confidence of us actually getting through it. There's lands number 6. Um, hmm. That's warp. Mid one. Just to do anything. That's the problem. Bad burn spell. Beckoner. Beckoner on the Titan attack in. Oh, that one, okay. That one, yeah. This seems a little bit pointless. Double strike creature is just gonna eat it. Although permanent did leave the battlefield. To be fair, the first one that left the battlefield came right back. It's not exactly... So much card draw. Well... Get rid of that. We are at parity again, but we're also... laughably behind in card advantage. We have no cards, our opponent has 6. Their creatures are also... Like, in one-on-ones, our creatures are at parity, but in context of the actual game, we are far, far behind. GG. Rav kill. At least kill a Void Titan. Or are we getting double removal? Enchanted creature attacks, put target creature graveyard onto the battlefield. How I do guess they do. So much damage. Is there a way for us out of this? There might be. Hard to say. We could have taken out our own lander, but then it would have just came back attacking us anyways. Like, if we draw another Wet Blade and survive this combat, which we can't, uh, we could win the game, but that's 9 in total. Like, there's no way we can block through that. We are back for game 3. We are sudden death. Every win is another game. Every loss, well, a single loss is the end of our road. I have not been doing very well with that recently. Hopefully, we manage somehow. But we will see. Get rid of that. Scry, I want that land. 5 mana of lands is kind of necessary. Mid 1. Don't really need that. Very close leaves. No bug. We'll make an equipment. No need to swing in. If we draw a land, we can get Weft Blade Enhancer down again. Didn't. Human Soldier. We might as well go for it. Swing in. Yeah, I'll take another land. Getting got. There is a Death Touch spell. There's generally a Death Touch spell in black. 3 open mana, probably enough to cast it. I mean, there's also the common Reanimator spells and the white First Strike spells. Three white mana. Fight the Beyond. Kind of a ticking time bomb now. Hmm. If we do this, we can still punch through. Guess it's okay to wait another turn. Because we can cast it for its warp cost and then cast it again later. Opponent is down to their last card. No block. We both holding beyond the quiets? Okay, well, fair enough. Hmm? Make a 2/2. Going in for 5. Our opponent is dedicated. Fair enough. They get 1 turn of blocking. Could have crewed this out, but no real reason to. GG. We are back for game number 4. We are 1-2. I was sweating bullets there for a moment, and then we were going to have 2 weeks of wipes in a row. That wouldn't have been good. So I'm glad that we managed to win a game. I'd like to win more games, but that's not really up to us to decide. You're instant, so we don't have to do anything. We don't have to do anything at all. For that. Play our Gastronaut. It turns all of our artifacts into food. We'll just play that. The mid-0. Saviors are nice for against the particularly the blue decks where they have that enchantment that says you need out of nowhere a second copy. Really? No attack. Ouch. No block. I have 5 mana to play with. I think we'll hold up remote systems. Just in case there's removal. Might not be. We're intending on quieting anyways. And nothing for systems to do here. Let's get our attack in. And everything must go. We've answered copy number 2 of Mon. Ouch. Would like to draw another land at some point. Deck says no, so we have to listen. No block. 3 damage directly to me. I don't believe you drew it. Alright, a blocker. Finally. Play a 5/5. Our opponent was very adventurous there for a moment. That was kind of scary. But then is not good. Attack with that one. I mean, next turn I can pump it a little bit. Let's do that. For the artifact. Looking for lethal? GG. We are back for game number 5. We are in the same position we have been the last 2 games. Where we are dead to rights, but also somehow limping along. Find a spaceship. Take a spaceship. It's a cheaper spaceship than what we normally get served. Going in? I mean, that's a thing I'm willing to trade off for. They can grow really quickly. Yeah, with the Reach creature on the board, doesn't feel all that profitable. We're not blocking, so we're crewing. Oh, one of them. One of them. Nothing. Through. Through. Yeah, I'll take that. Through. We lure more things in, then the Beyond gets better. Not good. Rude. A challenge. 4. Attack in for 6. We'll take that. Land? Yeah. Ouch. We do this. Make a 4/4. You want that land. Um, more robots. Yeah, I don't believe opponent. You got a trick, you can use it now. Oh, it did have a trick. Unfortunate for me, but to be fair, yeah, I'll take that. We're about to be on quiet anyways. Land? That tends to be what you draw when your opponent just ran after you. From my experience, anyways. Yeah, from my opponent's experience too. That is rough. If we draw something good, great. If we don't, right, we knew what we were going to draw. Well, I too have a 3/4. Mine implies so. Vigilance, okay. No block. They can just win next turn with the attack. GG. We are back for game number 6. We are still in the position of, if we lose, it's over. It's been working out so far, but our luck will eventually run out. It always does. Planes go. I think I want to put down my creature first, and then use the 2-mana red spells to protect it, essentially. Or not to protect it, but to get 3 damage. That would be my ideal. Will that actually happen? Probably not, but... Hmm. Mid-0. Are we getting flashed? No. Getting tapped. Odd. Draw 2, discard 2 unless you discard an artifact. Fair enough. 4-mana artifact is what I really want my opponent to give me this turn. Because if they do that, we can just answer it. 3-mana artifact, not bad. Exactly what I wanted for Christmas. I think this has been going outrageously well. Insanely so. Next turn I can Pulsar and Lander token to hopefully go from 4 to at least 5. But if we draw a land, we'll go up to 6, which is kind of our sweet spot. Yeah, well. Red's fine. Going with the team. Did a trade? Look for a spaceship. And if our opponent doesn't answer our board, they kind of die. That doesn't do it. Need one more opponent. One more creature. Yikes. Okay, well, let's see if this works. GG. We are back for game number 7. We started this out as 0-2. We are now 4-2. And I don't know why or how things have shaped up the way they have, but fair enough. So this land, we kind of just want to draw lands. So we want to Beyond Quiet our opponent's board presence before we die. To do that, we'll need at least 5 lands. We have 3. We're not making poor headway. But we're also not... nothing is certain. We cannot be sure of anything. Alright, there's land number 4. Needed that. Won't complain about it. This is also good. Drawing something that we can cast. Yikes. Okay, well. Make it 2-2. End the turn. We need to grab more than one thing for our Beyond the Quiet to actually be useful. We would have been better before. Target creatures. This will take it up to a 4. Get 7 charge counters. Yikes. Opponent is also interested in spacecraft. I mean, our spacecraft is gonna die. So. Might as well. We will. do that. Little bit circuitous, but better than nothing. Waiting for 3. Really? Boy, oh boy, that thing gets around. How many copies are we at? Take the full 7. We just kind of just have to fill up the board now. Drawing this actually very useful. Let's not do that, opponent. Say we did. Four, 3. In my bin, nothing. Now let's Vanguard Trooper. Waiting for 4. Our opponent's deck is made of 2 cards. Biosynthesis Burst and Drix Fate Maker. That's impressive, honestly. How you find so many copies of 1 card, or 2 cards, in a draft, a purely luck-based performance, remarkable. Okay. One of them. One of them. Attack for 9. We get within 3. I guess. You may have a 2/2 opponent. Is it a creature? It is a creature. Spaceship. One of them. GG. We're on game 8. We are having a 5-2 comeback. An insane comeback. But it's somehow working out. I'm gonna keep this, even though it's probably gonna get me killed. The thing is, the Surveiller has been known to save our bacon, or at least keep us competitive when we shouldn't have been. I'm willing to put my faith in him. Not gonna do anything. We could have got this down, so then on turn 3 we would have had the good enough curve for it. Going in, Surveil. Keep the spacecraft. Yeah, that's fine. We weren't really looking for damage. Interesting. Hmm. Ready 2-2 robot. In the turn. I remember that these can be quite good. If your deck is built around them, they can be very annoying. Yikes. Okay, well. Any other target. Right when I tap out, that is rough. We gotta preempt ourselves. Because if I block that, it deals 3 damage to this, and then it dies, and I'm very sad. I'd rather take the 3. Gain 2 life. We are a Jund deck. Hmm. Artifact. I can't block it this time. It's just the worm is coming down now. And the worm is in itself a bit of a problem. Good. Yikes. That is me dead. Clever. Sure. If that's the way I go, I'm happy with that. Either way, if you enjoyed this very, very long video where it looked hopeless and then suddenly we turned it around, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I will see you next time. Bye for now.